Well, Elimination Chamber 2018 came and it went. And what was it? Basically, it was exactly what we expected, and then a little some. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Down, Down, Up, Up. Your boy here, Apollo, and it's that time of the month once again where we review a pay-per-view. Now, we have Elimination Chamber, like I said. Before I start, I'd like to say apologies in advance for the lighting. I am not sure what this thing is doing. It's a little bit too much. Too much right now for this side of my face. Looks like there's like a line going across my nose, but there isn't. Anyway, moving on. As I said, what was Elimination Chamber? It was what we expected. In my opinion, it's going to be the most predictable pay-per-view for 2018. Because I got every match right. I didn't take any gambles, unlike Mr. Adam J. Pacitti. Check out Cultaholic if you haven't already. They're doing great. He gambled a bit with his predictions. Him and Ross Twiddell only did 4 each. They both picked Matt Hardy. They both picked Asuka. Ross got everything else right, but Adam picked Bayley and Rollins to win the Chambers. That's going to cost him be a human statue for one day. Punishment. Anyway, moving on. The kickoff was the kickoff, really. We got some interviews. Matt Hardy did a nice interview. Kind of cool. It started with Bray Wyatt's intro, but it just cut to Matt Hardy standing there. So it was like, oh, okay, no, it's Matt Hardy. Paige came on the kickoff panel and just talked a bit, saying how Absolution's going to win and whatnot. Obviously, it didn't happen, but I know she's disappointed she couldn't be in the Chamber herself or the Rumble. Oh boy, don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. And then we had the kickoff match. The Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows taking on the Miz Taraj, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Miz was not at ringside because he was busy getting ready for the Chamber. It was a nice little match, no complaints. The Club eventually got the win when Gallows was able to super kick Bo Dallas out of the ring and then hit the Magic Killer with Anderson onto Curtis Axel. 1, 2, 3. A win for the Club. I think they have new jackets too. So we might be getting Balor Club versus Miz Taraj in some shape or form for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. By those two teams, I mean, of course, Finn Balor versus The Miz. In some way, hopefully. Anyway, that happened. Then moving on to the main show, we had the Women's Elimination Chamber starting the show. No complaints about that. I was kind of hoping the Chamber would kick off, to be honest. There's 2, so you might as well start with one and end with one, something that they usually did back in the day. And it was good. We started off, I think, with Bayley and Sonya Deville. I was thinking it would be 2 faces starting the match, and both Absolution members would start in pods. Didn't happen, but it wasn't a big deal. Then Mandy Rose came out, a little bit 2-on-1 for a bit, poor Bayley. And then I believe finally Sasha came out. Oh, was it Mickey? To be honest, I don't remember exactly the correct order. This lighting, like really, now it's starting to get on my nerves. But at some point, there was a bank statement put on Mandy Rose. Sonya was too late to help as Bayley blocked her from helping, and Mandy tapped out. Mandy's eliminated. Sonya eventually got herself eliminated as well. I believe it was a double knees from Sasha from maybe the top of the pod or just the top rope. I think that's how it happened. And then Mickie James got eliminated quickly as well. I think she came out number 5 from a backstabber to Sasha into a Bayley to belly. Goodbye, Mickie James. There wasn't even a betrayal from Alexa Bliss at all. So all of that throughout the few months, weeks at least, wasted. There wasn't even a turn in any shape or form. Mickie just left. So what was the point of that? Anyway, out came Alexa Bliss. She got scared. She climbed up the pod, climbed up the chains away from the two. Eventually, with a lot of back and forth, and what looked like kind of another small heel turn from Sasha by attacking Bayley while Bliss was still in the match. Eventually, I think after a top rope Bayley to belly to Sasha, Alexa was able to roll up Bayley. Goodbye, Bayley. Then it came down to Sasha and Bliss. We saw Twisted Bliss, the Sparkle Splash, from the top of the pod onto Sasha on the outside, and she no-sells it and puts on the bank statement, and then Alexa's crawling to get back in the ring. You can't lose out there. Why would you do that? That kind of ticked me off. But eventually, Bliss was able to get a DDT with Sasha hanging from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Bliss is still the Raw Women's Champion. No surprise there. If there was a swerve to happen in the night, I would think it would have been that match. But no swerve at all. It was a decent match, too. So for the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match, I would say it went quite well. Bliss did one of those promos where suckering in the crowd saying, "Oh, I can't believe I did it. Oh, all of you can be me one day," and whatnot, like one of those, and then just completely turning on them, saying you're all worthless and whatnot. Good pop from the crowd, you know. Bliss is still a great character on WWE TV. So no complaints. And then we moved on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match. It was the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro taking on Titus Worldwide. And it was exactly what you expected. It was a nice little match, but finally Sheamus and Cesaro were able to get the win again against Titus Worldwide in a tag team title match. It was what I call Swiss noise. Sheamus has Apollo going for white noise, but Cesaro jumps off the rope in some shape or form and just jumps and makes it look more effective or whatnot. I call it Swiss noise, my thing. 1, 2, 3, the Bar win. No heel turn from any of Titus or Apollo. I was wondering if one would turn on the other for some reason, but that did not happen. So that was what it was. No really big surprises there. Speaking of tag teams, though, the Revival did comment at one point. I think it might have been the kickoff, though, just talking about tag teams at one night. Can we use the Revival, please? Or is that too much? I don't know. It's starting to annoy me now because they haven't gotten injured again in like a second after the last time when they returned. So can we use them, please? Please? Moving on, then we had, I believe it was Asuka versus Nia Jax. Now, this match, I know a few people were concerned, well, what if Nia wins by count out or DQ or something? It's going to count. Does that mean Asuka's streak is going to be over? Whatever. Didn't even happen. It was a nice little match. Asuka got a nice roll-up countering the power bomb from Nia Jax in some way, shape, or form. 1, 2, 3. Asuka wins. No surprises. Nia attacks her after the match. Bliss is looking on from one of the screens backstage. It was what it was. No complaints. Then we had Broken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. The match that after a bit of time, a lot of people, I think, are starting to lose interest. I mean, we love Matt Hardy, but this feud has really gone nowhere now. I want to see them be a tag team. Nothing like that happened. Matt Hardy just beat him 1, 2, 3 after a twist of fate. Again, no big surprise. I am happy Matt Hardy won, though. I will be positive about that. I did want Matt Hardy to get the win. So, yeah. Then we moved on to Ronda Rousey's contract signing. Obviously, there were boos. A lot of people don't care too much for her. In my opinion, though, it's because of the reveal that she's only here to make Stephanie look like a bigger threat or something. I don't care. But then they're trying to get her to sign a contract, and here's the thing that annoyed me, though. Triple H came out, too. Triple H, Kurt Angle, Stephanie. I wanted Triple H to take on Strowman at Mania. Obviously, that's not going to happen now. That kind of stung, but it is what it is. So it looks like it's all hunky-dory. Ronda Rousey's going to sign the contract. But then Kurt Angle opens his mouth, and oh my gosh, it was just the funniest thing. Like, talking about how they only want Rousey to come so they can screw her over, like, because of what I just can't talk right now. Because of what Rousey did to them at WrestleMania 31, obviously. So, oh my gosh, the authorities trying to say that Triple H just had the flu or something and get him out of the ring. I think, did I say Triple H or Kurt Angle? You guys know it's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. My mouth just doesn't like to wake up on Monday. So, end of the story though. Rousey puts Triple H through the table that's holding the contract and everything. Stephanie slaps Rousey and runs out of the ring before bad things can happen. And Rousey signs the contract. If you want my opinion, it's going to be Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie at WrestleMania, a match I really don't care for, to be honest. So, bottom line, you can see my enthusiasm for this. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't have a passion for anything that's going on with this right now. So, just getting through it. Just really getting through it. I really didn't hate the show, but I hated how predictable it was at the end of the day. Now, moving on to the men's Elimination Chamber match. We had The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor starting the match, eventually to be joined by John Cena, then Roman Reigns, and then Braun Strowman. The night of Braun Strowman basically is what this was. He beat every single person coming down to the final two with Reigns, And what happened? Reigns just beat him with a couple of spears and some punches. Who cares? Who cares? But just the thing is, I really didn't hate it because I actually enjoyed the match. There were some good spots in there. Everyone's trying to team up to eliminate Strowman. Strowman is just kicking out of everything. Like a shield powerbomb. Nope, I'm just going to kick out of that. A spear early on. Nope, kick out. Kick out of the AA. Kick out of the curb stomp. Kick out of coup de grace. I'll kick out of everything. I'll kick out of everything. It was great to see Strowman doing his thing. It's still not boring to me. It's really, really funny. But again, what do? They just let Roman beat Strowman, pin him. I think it's only the third time Strowman has been pinned on the main roster. So, I don't really know what to say. The thing is, it's so much easier for me to be positive in these situations. And here's really my tip. I have to be involved with a different wrestling promotion. For me, it's Defiant Wrestling and IPW at times because in my opinion, it's better wrestling, it's better booking, it's better storylines, it's not that predictable. But WWE just is these days. But thankfully, there's NXT and 205 Live has gotten a lot better. I'm still following those, so I'm enjoying it too. It really helps to be involved in something else if you're a wrestling fan as passionate, like loving the business and just loving right decisions. But you can't just be attached to one thing, especially if it's WWE main roster, because in the end, who's going to make the final decisions? One man. So there you go. Anyway, that pretty much sums it up. As you noticed, I didn't go that detailed with the men's Elimination Chamber match. If you want to have some fun, I recommend you go watch it if you haven't already. It was actually pretty fun to watch, but expect the expected. Hoo-ah, spear, Reigns wins, LOL. But as I said, that's it. If you watched, thank you very much for watching. It was just a predictable pay-per-view to get through. But as I said, I don't really hate it. You just knew it was going to happen. But that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the pay-per-view. If you have any of your other opinions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And I will see you all in 2 weeks for Fastlane. And I'm hoping we're going to get some swerves there. You never know. I think it's time for someone to cash in that briefcase. I think so. And you know what? A lot of people really have their hearts set on Nakamura versus Styles at Mania. I don't know why, but I just really want to see a swerve in that Fatal 5-Way match. Can you imagine if Ziggler steals it? I want some swerves at that show. Because of what we went through with the Chamber, I want some swerves at Fastlane. And good ones. So, I'll see you all in 2 weeks. I hope you have an awesome day. As I said, like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, keep it real. We made it through Fastlane. Elimination Chamber. We're getting to Fastlane. We're almost there. To hopefully a good WrestleMania. We'll see. Keep it real.